This is Some Bold Adventure. This is the story of my biggest adventure, following in my grandfather's footsteps on the World War II Ghost Mountain Trail in Papua New Guinea. Much of what I knew about the Ghost Mountain Trail, I knew from this book, The Ghost Mountain Boys by James Campbell. It came out in 2007, and he interviewed some of the men who went on this trail during the war. You can see my book is actually signed by some of the veterans. And he told their stories. I'll put a link to the book in the description. It's a great read. And if you have read it, this is my grandfather, is Carl Stenberg. So I started researching the trail, and I found a company, Getaway Trekking in Australia, that had taken a group on that trail within the last year or two. So I got in contact with trek leader Peter Gamgee and found out he was planning another trek on this trail, this time involving author James Campbell. I definitely wanted to be part of it, but I very much had concerns that this whole thing was out of my league, and it definitely was, but he assured me it was at least possible. It took 2 years to make it happen, but then I was in Port Moresby, the capital of Papua New Guinea, getting ready to set out on a life-changing adventure. And I don't say that lightly. It's because of New Guinea that this happened, and this, and this too. It changed my life to be one that included a lot more adventures. Our group gathered, 7 trekkers, along with Nathan from the PNG Tourism Authority, Peter the trek leader, and a lot of support staff I'll talk about later. We got in a truck and headed for Gabagaba, our starting point.
So we're going to have a little excursion here.
Already I was aware this was an adventure unlike any other. These were supposedly controlled birds, but they were a little close for comfort. We had lunch by the side of the road with fires burning on the other side. The trail we were going to hike is called the Kapa Kapa Trail. It's named after the village we were headed to, except somebody got it wrong. The village is actually called Gabagaba, and that's where we were staying our first night. Many of the homes in the village are out over the water for protection. We got our first Papua New Guinea village greeting. There were fresh coconuts, and we went out for a walk. They told us about a bomb in the mangroves left over from World War II. This story was passed down through generations to make sure no one went near it. That dangerous bit of history is still a part of their everyday lives. We had an amazing dinner. Then we got to talk with someone who remembered when the American soldiers came during the war.
because he was aged about 12 or 13 when the Americans landed. So they landed off the shore and then they advanced it. So I'll now hand it over to Mr. Bakevere to give a little account of what he recalls. Mr. Vere?
Thank you. We go to the garden, get pineapples or pawpaw, anything that we find. We come on Sunday, they give us lollies and anything that they want to give to us. So very enjoy the time, but so when time comes for them, and they all walk up from, and some of our big people, our fathers, strong people, they walk with them to the stairs.
They let us use a village building to sleep in, and some of the children helped us get set up inside. Good thing, too, since I wasn't tall enough to hang my mosquito net. We watched an amazing sunset. It is a magical place. The village put on a show for us. We danced and sang and laughed until our sides ached. Then it was time for bed. This was the last electricity we would see for a few weeks. In the morning, we would take the truck to small boats and head up the river into the jungle to start our trek. But nothing was going to go according to plan. That's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment too, I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to my channel to join the adventure. If you haven't seen from the beginning, check out the playlist with all the videos from this trip. Thanks for watching.